So welcome homies, my name is Abito and today I am back again with the Kingdom of Reunions. And today we are going to explain its episode 3. So let's start it without any delay. In the last episode, we saw that Adonis was wreaking havoc everywhere. That's when Duraga comes to stop him and starts explaining to Adonis. When Duraga tells him that Chloe can come back to life, Adonis agrees. But then someone kills Duraga. Now ahead. In the beginning of episode 3, we are shown a flashback, in which there is fire everywhere and destruction everywhere. That's when Duraga comes and falls. And everywhere there are humans killing witches. And seeing this, Duraga gets very scared. That's when someone catches Duraga from behind. And Duraga calls him Mion. Duraga asks him what happened here. That girl tells him that I don't know either. Suddenly humans started attacking here. Duraga says, "Why did you do this?" "We made peace with the humans. Last time we went to the city to cure Mr. Also, let's use our magic and get them out of here." Mion tells him that we are not able to use our magic. Mion tells him that you have to run away from here. And you have to tell Madame Olivia what's going on here. Duraga tells him to come with me. But she refuses. Then Mion gives her a doll and says, "You are a strong girl, you can do this, Duraga." And she tells Duraga to run away. That's when the force comes and kills Mion. And now we see that Duraga is lying on the ground in a very injured state. And Adonis is with her. Adonis takes her in his lap. And Duraga says to him, "Forgive me." Adonis says to him, "Please don't die. Tell me how we can bring Chloe back." Duraga says, "We are witches." And as soon as she says this, a lot of bullets start firing. And Adonis gets away from Duraga. And all the force surrounds Adonis. Adonis says, "You witch, don't die. Don't make fun of me. Tell me how I can bring Chloe back." All the soldiers and executives think that this mission is complete. But Adonis gets even more angry. Seeing Adonis's anger, the force starts firing bullets at him. But Adonis uses his magic to make a shield. And this magical shield, along with saving Adonis, manipulates the bullet and fires it at the force. Seeing this, Director Yamato gets very angry. Then the executive who killed Duraga. He takes his sniper and aims at Adonis. And fires. Because the sniper had gone a long way. That's why it's a big blast. But this bullet does nothing to Adonis. And that bullet comes in front of Adonis. Because of his magic. Then Adonis uses his magic to make that bullet bigger. And fires that bullet at the executive. And this bullet blows up half of the executive's body. Then Adonis says, "How did you even think that you can kill me? You can do magic. After killing Chloe, you think I'll let you go? I'll kill you all." Director Yamato also sees Adonis on his big screen. And hears this threat. And says, "Hurry up, Yuki." And then we see that Yuki has come to the same device, with the help of which these people had defeated the witches. Yuki thinks if we start it, then we will defeat Adonis. And then my brother will praise me. All this Yuki is thinking. That's when some members of the National Science Agency come here. And one of them says, "Yuki, you are very big and very strong. But I won't let you turn on this machine." Yuki also asks him, "Why? Give me a good explanation for this." And saying this, Yuki calls Director Yamato. But on this call, the same science agency lady speaks. Now the lady says, "I won't let you turn on this device." On which Yamato also asks, "Why?" The lady says, "Do you remember? A few years ago, a disease spread, whose name was defection of disease." Yamato says, "Yes, this is the same disease, which happened to those soldiers 10 years ago, who went to kill the witches. What do you want to say?" So the lady tells him, "By turning on this device, this disease spreads. And we hid this fact from all the people of the empire. This disease kills cells, because of which humans also die. We made this device to kill witches. And none of them are alive now. So we won't turn it on. Because if it is turned on, its radiation will spread in the air." Yamato says, "What are you saying?" So the lady says, "Do you remember? Who was standing in front of this device? What happened to him?" And Yamato is very surprised. "Did you point to King?" On the other hand, Adonis continues his death. And kills all the soldiers. On the other hand, Yuki runs to turn on the device. And that lady runs after him to stop him. Yuki goes straight to the place from where the machine will activate. and start activating it. And Yuki activates the device without listening to that lady. As soon as it is activated, the magic of Adonis ends on the other side. See, Yamato calls that lady again and asks what happened. And then we see that Yuki is in a very bad condition there. And that lady is about to die. There is a lot of blood flowing from the lady's mouth. But still she says nothing. And we see that the lady turned off the device as soon as it was activated. The lady says, "Do your duty, Yamato. Kill him." On the other side, we see that all the forces come together to attack Adonis. And Adonis runs to pick up his quill. Then a soldier from the force comes forward and says, "How dare you destroy our city?" Then a building breaks there and falls in the middle of those people. On one side of the building is the whole force and on the other side is the soldier with Adonis. Now that soldier pulls out a blade from his gun. Seeing this, Adonis thinks, "Am I going to die? Is this my death? So finally, now I'm coming to you." And he puts his neck forward. Then that soldier separates his head from his blade. On the other side, the whole force is worried about that soldier. Then that soldier takes Adonis's head in his hand. And showing his head to the whole force, she says, "I did it." Seeing Adonis's severed neck, the whole nation is happy with those soldiers. Immediately after that, they start recovering the damage in the empire. And they start taking the survivors to the hospital. And there we see Adonis's severed neck. Yama looks at that soldier and says, "He is very young. Looks like he has just joined." And then he orders his soldiers to go and check Yuki. On the other side, we see that Yuki and that lady are in a very bad condition. And they are being taken to the hospital. Then we hear a voice behind everyone. "We raised a human for 10 years. That child who was with Chloe. We raised him in prison for 10 years. And even though he was a human, he killed a lot of people. But until now, we have not been able to understand. How is he able to use magic as a human being? But now I am angry at myself. Why didn't I kill that child 10 years ago?" And we see that this speech is giving up. But now, I assure you all that you are all safe now. And this will never happen again in life. No evil or witch can win against the power of our science. And he is giving a speech continuously. Then we see that a girl is watching this speech on her phone. That girl is in school. Then the teacher says in front of her, "Now all this is over. You have him for tomorrow." Then a boy asks a question. "Teacher, if that boy is a human, then why is he fighting from the side of the witch?" The teacher says, "Who knows? Maybe he is brainwashed." And after this, the period is off. After this girl is sitting with her head down on her desk. Then a girl comes to him and says to him, I saw what you did, Eri." Eri says, "What the hell are you talking about?" And after this, the girl leaves from here. In the next scene, we see that this girl goes to a graveyard and says, "It's your job to save us. And please forgive me, Takuma." And then we are shown what this girl has done. When her friend was buried under the grave. Then the girl ran away from there. After Vicky died. After this girl starts looking at Adonis's photos in her phone. And says, "I think I got a new boyfriend. And this is too hot." Then a man comes there. And says, "This is bad." The girl is a little scared of him. And the man says, "Forgive me, I scared you." The girl sees that he is a government officer. That's why she starts deleting Adonis's photos. So the man says, "There's no need for this." After which the girl apologizes to him and runs away from here. This man's name is Ozzy. And while talking on the phone, he says, "A high school girl is running away from here. You catch her. I don't care what happens to her. Either the nation will kill her or give improvement." And then we find out that he is not an ordinary government officer. He is the director of National Agency Intelligence. And his name is Ozzy Gorgeous. On the other hand, the girl he is talking to says, "Please pick up my call first." And we find out that this girl is the chief director of National Intelligence. Her name is Charmic. And she is doing some research on a very big PC. Now Charmic says, "This body is fake. Adonis's body is fake." And we see Adonis's body. That's when Adonis opens his eyes. And with this episode ends here. So let's meet in the next episode. Until then, subscribe to my channel. And if you liked the video, then like it. And tell in the comment, is Adonis alive again?
Yeah.